a minute ago was a grey wagtail. I don't know if you saw it.
I saw it flitter across, yes, yeah. Is it in that tree over there?
Well, it would be actually on deck somewhere. They don't tend to sit in trees. They don't seem that often sitting in trees. Hello, my name is David Lindo and I am the Urban Birder. Today we're going to be looking at the various different types of binocular and trying to work out which one is the best one for you. And there's such a massive range of different types of binoculars. I mean, Opticron have over 150 different models. And look, they're so varied, different sizes. Sarah, explain to me, why are they so varied?
They're so varied because not everybody likes the same binocular. People want binoculars that are going to suit them and that they're comfortable carrying and comfortable using. That's why we make so many different models.
These are the kind of binoculars I use. Aurora's 10x42s. Are they the sort of typical birders binoculars?
Yeah, most birders use either an 8x42 or a 10x42. You've got a 10x42. And that is basically 8 magnification on the eyepiece end with a 42mm objective lens. And as you can see, they're small, they're lightweight, and they're compact.
You know what, I could carry these around all day. But when you look at things like this, I mean, this, I suppose, is a more traditional shape and size, and it's a little bit more chunky, isn't it?
It is, yeah. This is what we call a poroprism binocular, and they do tend to be dimensionally bigger and slightly heavier. But the good thing about these is that pound for pound, you get a better performance out of these than you will out of these.
These ones are really quite chunky. I suppose a bit like these, really. These are quite big as well. I mean, what will these be used for?
Well, these are going to be favoured by people like deer stalkers or hunters, people who want particularly good binoculars for low light work. Because they've got the large objective lens, they let loads of light into the binocular, will work at most times a day.
Oh. Well, these ones look quite interesting. Where's the middle gone?
So the open bridge Verano was designed in this way, A, to save on the weight, because we took the middle bit of the body out, and B, it does make this binocular more comfortable to actually hold. This one's an 8x42, but this particular model, Verano, also comes in an 8x32, which is almost pocket size.
Yeah, I can see why, if I can see how these are sort of pocket size, yeah, absolutely. But what about these guys here? They're all kind of quite small. How are they different?
Well, these are more compact than the ones I've got round my neck, and the difference between these two here is that one is a single hinge. As you can see, it pivots on a central hinge, and that will go into a large pocket. This one here is what we call a twin hinge binocular, and that will actually fold down small enough to go into a shirt pocket.
So that's great. I mean, these bins then would be fantastic to have on your kitchen window.
Yep.
Whereas these bins are for your really heavy-duty series birders. So you've got a whole range to fit in with any type of birder. So, Sarah, thank you very much for showing me.
My pleasure.
All this stuff and teaching me about the different uses of binoculars.
My pleasure. Enjoy your birding.
Well, I hope this short video has helped you to make a decision as to what kind of binocular to use when you're out birding. I'm the Urban Birder, and I'm going to go birding in a second, but I'm actually here at Lemsford Springs Nature Reserve, which is basically managed by the Herts and Middlesex Wildlife Trust, and just over there, literally maybe several hundred yards away, is a town. So this is urban, believe it or not. So I'm going to check some birds out using my Opticron binoculars, which are Aurora's 10x42s, and see what I can get. See you later.
The Explorer ED-R is the latest development in the much-loved Explorer family of binoculars from Opticron. And it's the first time we've seen an 8x32 in the range too. Their smaller size and lightweight makes them ideal for birding on the go. So I've brought them to the beautiful Peak District National Park in Derbyshire to do a big hike and do a spot of moorland bird watching as well. Although the new Explorer has been available since the spring, the recent lockdown has meant that I wasn't able to see them until now. And I'm really excited to finally get an opportunity to get my hands on them and try them out in the field for the first time. At 440 grams, they're not much heavier than the Traveller MG or the Discovery 8x32, a couple of the main contenders in Opticron's compact full-size binocular ranks, and they certainly are a lot lighter than some of their closest rivals. Like the Explorers of the past, the price of just over £200 is really going to appeal to both newcomers to birdwatching and even seasoned birdwatchers looking for a low-cost pair of holiday binoculars that perform really well. Optically, the ED glass gives them great definition, and there's very little chromatic aberration to speak of, but it's the new R-type multi-coatings that really separate these from their predecessors. And although it's difficult to directly compare an 8x32 to the previous 42s, the ED-R has got great light gathering for a compact full-size binocular. And in the last week I've tried them in a variety of different light conditions, from the middle of dark woodlands to out on moorlands like this, overcast and in bright light, and I've been really impressed with them. The wide 7.8 degree field of view means that you're not going to miss out on any of the action, and even if you've never picked up a pair of binoculars in your life, you'll find that wide field of view makes it much easier to locate birds, say along a hedgerow, or if you're trying to track a bird across the sky in flight. The only negative I can really find in these is the minimum close focus, and for someone like me that spends a lot of time looking at insects in the field as well as birds, butterflies and dragonflies and the likes of, perhaps you might want a slightly closer focus on an 8x32 than 2.5 metres. Having said that, I'd happily forego the close focus for all the other features that they've packed into the Explorer ED-R. The overall feel of the binoculars is really good. They're nice and strong, sturdy. They've got a large focus wheel, a smooth mechanism on the two-stage twist-up eye cuff, and they come with a comfortable Bunchy lanyard, which means going for a long walk with the binoculars around your neck, you're not really going to notice they're there. In the box you'll find a rain guard, a stay-on flappy cups for the objective lenses, a padded cloth carry bag, a microfiber cleaning cloth, and of course they come with a 10-year guarantee as well, which is a really good indication of their build quality. To summarise, I've been really happy with using these over the last week. They perform really well. For the price of the binoculars, you're not going to find better on the high street. They're really good. Edge-to-edge sharpness is fantastic. The colour saturation and the clarity is brilliant. And overall, really impressed. I just can't wait now to get my hands on the 8x42s and the 10x42s and see how well they perform as well.